Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Captain Check here, and welcome to another pre-release space real-time strategy game that I'm going to be spotlighting. So this is just a preview. I've got about, I don't know, maybe 3 hours logged into the game so far, and it's kind of a unique sci-fi strategy that has mostly ground-based elements, and you'll see what I'm talking about in just a second. So we're going to go to Resume Conquest and dive on into this. Now, there are some elements that remind me of that old Star Wars Empire War. If you haven't watched my Let's Play Republic at War, you might not know what I'm talking about. It's an old Star Wars game where you fought over the planets in orbit, and then you could land, drop troops, and then you'd fight on the ground. Now, the ground fights are very similar to that. It's the space fights, though, you don't actually have any control over. It seems to be mostly dice rolling in the background. But the game starts off, you're met with these planets, and you have one fleet. I started off on Mars. Now, each one of these planets, the reason you're fighting over is because it's certain amount of time period passes, and then this resource called Etherium spawns. Each one of these planets has 3 different maps on it that you're gonna be fighting over. Now, I started off on Mars, and I have full control. Here's my consortium symbol. I'm playing as the human race, but I'm playing as this like super corporation, really, that's decided that they are going to be the ones that stake their claim and grab as much Ethereum as they can. I guess this is the stuff that powers most of the technology. As you play, it is turn-based on this map, but once we get onto the ground battles, those are in real time. Between turns, we'll get points toward technology research. We'll be able to unlock cool new things. Oh man, look what we got here. So last time I unlocked tier 3 technology. So you actually have to unlock the tier, and then you unlock what you want. Let's see what we got here. Sniper bots. Very effective against infantry. All right. Support vehicles, siege tanks, bombers. So what we'll do is, I've got 8 points to spend. I'm gonna go ahead and grab up, I don't know. I already unlocked the support vehicle. I already unlocked the siege tank in my last turn. Let's grab bombers and artillery. Oh, but we could go tier 4, which would only cost me 4 points of research, and then I could grab up the heavy vehicle. That could be cool. What's this? Rocket launcher for taking out air units. Then you get these giant mech-like vehicles, but we're not gonna be able to get down there yet. Not with only 8 points available to us. Now, there's other research you can do, like this will give us an additional fleet on the battle map. I'm not quite sure what that does for us. Maybe it allows us to fight over 2 planets at once. That's probably what that means. Let's go ahead and grab up the orbital cannon. Nice. Inflict 1 point of damage to the fleet every 30 seconds. Let's grab up the next tier and go heavy artillery. Yeah. Can we afford that? Yes, we can. We'll unlock that. Fantastic. Tells you what each vehicle is good for. This one's armored. It's got the suppression capability. So let's just dive in here. Let's go back. So we'll get into a ground match. I have moved my fleet. Per turn, you get so many action points to do various things. I have moved my fleet over here, and in the last turn, I actually attacked the enemy fleet. Now, I was unable to do any damage because it's like a turn-based thing, or like a calculation in the background. I'm not quite sure what you have to do to make your fleet better so it can actually hit the enemy, or maybe I'm just unlucky. So we're going through the AI turns now. I own 2 parts of this planet, so we're gonna see if they attack us or not. There are 4 AIs running around the map. Well, 3 AIs and then myself running around the map. Oh, yep, they are attacking me. So this is the Intar attacking one of my locations. Now, if I'm attacking, I actually get to choose between different maps, which is kind of cool. Now, as the game plays out, you go through different phases. Now, my first phase was the egg-laying phase. It's when these little Etherium spheres, and you'll see those on the map. That's how you get your resources. They will kind of like randomly spawn. Now we're in the gestation period, which is, it says reasonably uneventful, so I don't even know why that period is a thing. The last one was like every once in a while a random resource point would spawn on the map. Did it really change how the battle was played out? I didn't see it. One of the coolest things, when you are landing, you can see the fleet in orbit. Now I wish we could command the fleet in orbit or do something with the fleet that wasn't just on that 2D map, but this is where you're gonna spend the majority of your time. So far in the campaign, I have spent so much time on this particular planet, I'm constantly attacked on the same planet, so I find myself fighting the same battles over and over again. Luckily, with each turn I get new technology, so it makes the battles feel a little bit more interesting than if I was just playing the same skirmish mode over and over and over again. But on one turn, I think I fought on this planet like 6 times without getting new tech, because the turn hadn't ended. Alright, so I've got my 2 infantry to start with. We can zoom all in and take a look at these guys. They're in like their mech suits. This is comm infantry. Comm infantry or infantry you use to capture points. The map is divided up into territories that you're able to capture. If they have one of these little glowy Etherium balls here, you're able to put a refinery on top of that, or a mining outpost, and actually get resources from it. Your buildings, like the one we're building over here now that we've captured this, that used up my comm infantry, will allow us to put upgrades on it. We already have enemy flying over us. We need to bring in infantry to deal with this. We'll just grab up some infantry, and then you drop them near one of your drop points if your base has a starport attached to it, which we have one right here. There you go, starport. That allows us to drop people. You can actually build more starports at these little territorial control nodes. Our infantry are able to take out the threat, no problem. Bam! Alright, let's move infantry. Now that we own this territory, you can see on the map it's turned blue and we have vision of it. We'll build a resource gathering point. The AI is fairly pissed at me and they're moving really quickly. So let's get, we are going to rush technology. So we're gonna build, with this little plus button, these are the bits that you can add to your base. And we're going to build ourselves a tech center. This will get us up to tech 2 vehicles and units that we'll be able to build. That would be our standard tanks. Those are my main thing that I love building. Now this button here right above our extensions is our turrets. If you own a location, you'll see it says 0 of 3 on this outpost. It means we can put 3 turrets down. We're gonna put down anti-infantry turret, and maybe that's all. I don't want to waste too much resources because I want to push forwards a bit more. So let's go ahead and call in another comm infantry so we can take the next piece of territory. The more territory you control, of course, the more money you're gonna coming in. So you're probably saying, wow, Shaq, the UI on this is really busy, like really busy. Yeah, it really is. And it doesn't get much better. This is pretty much it. You've got all this stuff on your screen, but you're probably wondering what's going on. So basic mini-map in the bottom left-hand corner. It does have some cool functionality to it, and I will show you guys that right now. Let's drop another comm infantry. Let's drop, well, let's pull out a tank battalion. They'll fly in from the fleet in orbit. Now, over here on your mini-map, you're just saying, what are these, Shaq? Well, reinforcements. All that means is if you've got a group that's taking a lot of damage, you click this, you click the unit, and reinforcements will fly in. This button, air transportation, I kind of like. You click that and click an infantry group. Doesn't work on the tanks, but I click it, and there we go. Transport ships will come in, and without any type of animation, they will pick up our squad, and we'll be able to fly them in. So we'll fly them into the next point. Capture that so we can get some more resources coming in, so we can get some more death and destruction rolling. While that's going, let's grab ourselves an anti-tank turret. What are you guys shooting at? That is uncalled for. Let's grab a... there we go. Grab another turret down there and grab some infantry so we can put a stop to this push from the enemy. We're a little bit on the broke side. So, we're a little bit on the broke side. That's something we should talk about. The extensions. Now, I got all kinds of things that I can extend on my bases. I'm gonna build a refinery here. Refinery will pretty much just make our resource gathering ability go up in that territory.
Waiting for orders.
Good, our men are holding. We've got our comm infantry we flew in. We'll hit the drop button and bring them over here so we can capture this territory. Let's move you guys over. Because the maps are all designed more or less like this, with these territories, just like you see them now, everything gets funneled, you get choke points.
Roger that.
In the maps that I've played so far. Like I said, I've played this map so many times because the AI keeps attacking me. Alright, so let's look at one of the mechanics in this title that are pretty unique, actually. You can get the factions that are on the map, these fellas right here, and these fellas over here. Nope, that's the enemy base. We only have one faction? Oh yeah, there's only one faction, the Parasites. All right, so we got one enemy faction. Some maps have 2, but this one only has 1. Now, this is a neutral faction. If I come in here, they will kill us. Let's get these resources going up top. But we can actually bring them to our side. The way we do that is we go up to this bar up on top, and this is the enemies and mine. So my team, opposing team's ability to bring them on my side. Now what do we got here? Convert a technology center into a biolab. That will get them on my side. So what you're gonna wanna do is if you want the factions to come to your side, you gotta build what they request. This was tech labs. We're gonna go crazy with technology labs. We're gonna go full ham on this. We want this. We want them to join us. And put a lot of resources into this. We got any extra infantry just chilling? Come on up here. Bring the infantry there. Once we get these tech labs operational, we'll be able to click this little button and convert them into biolabs, and over time, this bar will go across, and if we beat the enemy, we will get control of the faction that's automatically on the map. Now the factions so far that I've seen, because I've fought on this map so many times, I think there's more, but the two that I've seen are the bug-like guys, which you'll see here, and then these cool, I really like these guys better. They're not on this map, sadly. I think they're called Guardians. The Guardians and the Parasites. The Guardians, oh, we're exchanging heavy fire. We're gonna have to get some more tanks down here. It might be better for us to get a, where is it? So, yeah, let's go ahead and get a spaceport up the front line so we can reinforce a lot faster. We're gonna lose that unit. It wasn't good that I let that unit die because your unit actually levels up. You see the little star next to his logo here? Yeah, it means that he's leveled up. Let's get ourselves a anti-personnel turret while my guys delay the enemy. We can get this online, so. Cool, looks good. Get behind the AA turret, or the anti-infantry turret, and let's get ourselves an anti-tank turret as well, so we can cover our bases. And let's go ahead and convert these into biolabs. There we go. Cool beans. Now that we've got a base over here, a spaceport, we can actually sell the spaceport that's at the main base. So let's go ahead and do that. Which one was the spaceport? That one? Cool, get rid of that. What else can we build here? Let's build ourselves a military complex. We will get money back for every unit we lose if we have a certain number of these, or any number of these. The more we have, the more we get back. Oh, real quick, this is a pretty simple gameplay mechanic. You see the reinforcement timer on the top? Because I have troops on this planet, I will be able to pull in reinforcements every, I think it's like 9 minutes or something. It's just an infantry squad that I've seen, so it hasn't really been all that useful. Infantry are fairly cheap. Oh man, we need more tech. Once I turn these into biolabs, we actually lost access to that tech. So let's get another technology center operational back at base. Tech center. So the other things that you can build onto your base is you get the starport, which I've already explained. You get the refinery, which I've already explained. Comsat relay increases the number of command points that you can have. If you notice on the bottom here, it kind of looks like an MMO bar, and you wouldn't be wrong for thinking that. These are abilities that you can drop on your enemies' heads or buff your own troops with. For the race that I'm playing as, we get a forced march, which makes our AI, our infantry units, actually any of our units just move faster. Good for getting them out of dodge when they're about to die or pushing really hard. Retreat will bring in a shuttle to pick them up and fly them out. Orbital barrage, you can guess what that does. Giant barrage in a decent sized area. The AI though just tries to run out of it the second you use it. They're kind of dumb about it though. They'll only be partially the way out, so you can still get some good hits. Let's see, financial support. If we use it, we will instantly get a bunch of cash, and then a spy radar, which allows us to see what the enemy are doing. Let's do spy radar here and see what they're up to. All right, all they've got is a base. They don't have any turrets. This should be pretty easy for us to take, especially deploy our free units. You don't have control over where you deploy your units, at least not in this build. Keep in mind the game isn't out. As of this recording, it comes out in 2 days, so there may be a big patch right before the release that could change some of the gameplay mechanics. Gonna move these guys up, and let's get ourselves some fancy new siege tanks. Oh, if we get another tech center, we could get the artillery. Huh. I'm down. Let's do it. I really want to rush technology. I really want to try out the new units. Oh, I can't. Oh, that's so unfair. I can't do it. So these things, now that they're biolabs, don't actually count toward the technology level. Meaning I can't spawn in my really good units now. We'll go ahead and spawn in another tank division and bring them up here. Tank division coming in, and let's get a support vehicle insufficient logistics. So one of the buildings that I can build, and we will go ahead and plop that sucker down right now, is a Logistic Center. All it does is bring your pop cap up, I believe. Yep, provides 3 additional division slots. You can spam those up until, what? You can get 5 of these max. You can get a decent-sized army going. Let's move our infantry and our tank division up. I don't know why the enemy hasn't attacked us. Sometimes the AI is really, really hostile, and like, they want your giblets. They come at you hard. And then other times, like this one, what am I fighting here? They own most of the map, they have most of the resources, and they're not actually coming after us. A little weird. Let's position up here. We could zoom in and so you can see the units actually going to town. Putting some rounds downrange. One of the things that I kind of like about this, but some people may be annoyed with, is that the way the map is designed, you get a funneling effect for all the fights.
Waiting for orders.
But because they're designed this way, and you can sneak around enemy positions, you can fly over with infantry. Infantry can go inside the tree lines and stuff to get extra cover and kind of... Oh, whoa, what is this artillery shenanigans? All right, infantry, get the job done. And then you guys, focus fire here. Let's go ahead and do our barrage. You get this kind of tug of war with the enemy, trying to take resources, trying to push them out of territory. What am I doing? My own lines? Craziness. My infantry was demolished. Oh, no. Oh, no. Let's bring in another tank group. You guys are outgunned and outnumbered. Let's fall back. Let's fall back. So we're almost there. We've almost got the parasites on our team. And as soon as we do, I'm going to sell these. We'll get our tech up. We'll get the good units and we'll start pushing through. Oh, cool. So here's one of the gameplay mechanics that I do like. I like it when maps change. Now, you notice that everything's been grayed out. And, let's see if I can rotate the camera. We've got, oh, the camera's so sensitive. We've got an electrical storm right now over the map, which has made it so we don't have any support from the fleet above us. Speaking of the fleet above us, I can actually turn the camera up. For all those real-time strategy developers, if you happen to be watching this, allow people to move around with the camera. Get good camera controls in there. If you want YouTubers and people who like making videos to make cool content inside your game, give us control of the camera a little bit. You know, allow us to look up, make a skybox. An animated skybox is even better. I mean, how hard is that? Allow us to actually zoom in. All right, let's go in here. See if we can do a little bit more damage. Even though that we've lost connection with the fleet above, we could still call in units from it, which is a little weird. I think it'd be kind of neat if you intermittently lost the ability to call in reinforcements. That could really change a fight, an effective fight. So hey, look at that. We've got control over the bug people. Now they're gonna produce more units over here for us. Oh, good grief, they're attacking us. For free, periodically, which is pretty cool. And you can see how effective they are. I actually haven't used these guys before, the parasites. I've used the mechanized group and the pirate group. Pirate group, their units are kind of crap. What are they doing? They're actually like attacking this base. We need to send in reinforcements. They're gonna lose our ally the second we got it. We can, oh, look, they turned back into normal tech centers. We could build the artillery unit. Let's pump down some units. Let's bring the fight to them. I'm feeling uppity. Let's get the fight going. Let's get some artillery. Let's get a full division down here. We've been saving up some cash. Well done, bug people. You're doing good works. You're doing good works here. We're gonna keep them distracted over here. We're also gonna call in some comm infantry so we can start taking more territory. Let's move in.
Hit that target.
Take out that infantry. Sweet. We're actually doing pretty good. Parasites can always be found at the Etherium deposits. Appears as clouds of deadly and disgusting creatures. That would be these dudes. And they're limited. See how powerful these guys actually are. Not bad at all. I think if there was an AA unit here, like a full-on AA unit, they would be able to rock us. Units are pretty easy to figure out what they do. You just click them, and here on the bottom, it actually tells you how much DPS they do toward, different structures or units, infantry. So you can get a quick glance at what they are. You can even click enemy units and figure out what they do. All right, this guy's really good at taking out infantry and shit at taking out everything, including air. Well, that's good because these guys, I think, are considered air units. Oh, the frickin' ground troops. Look at this. Look at this division of tanks rolling through. Not bad. I like it. For humanity, for the corporations.
Right away.
Yeah. Feel dirty just saying that. For the corporations. Let's lob some rounds. Now in the overmap, and we're gonna mess with that in a second. Let me go ahead and just win this fight. You have different things you can do. There's espionage that you can do and find out what your enemy is up to. You can play different diplomatic cards, so it kind of plays out like a board game. Which, you know, instead of having just this ground-based fighting, it is kind of neat. We're out of logistic structures. All right, well, that's fine. We can build them right here, actually, as soon as this is operational. Look at our enemy, or our artillery. Artillery actually slows down infantry. I believe it has a suppression fire trait. And now they're veterans because they just practically wiped out that entire squad. Let's keep moving. The technology's made this a lot easier. In my last fight, it was very, very close. It was very back and forth. Look at the range on that artillery. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's also get some logistics buildings up here as soon as this is done. Come on. You're almost done. There you go. Logistical Center. Oh, you weren't up late. There we go. There we go. Looking good. Looking good. The other building that I didn't talk about, we got a repair bay. I'm pretty sure you can guess what that does. Repairs vehicles, and then we've got a logistics center. Logistics centers are for if you sneak infantry behind the enemy lines and you capture, like I say I captured this over here. It's not connected to any of my lines. Well, then none of the turrets would work. It'd be powered down, and I wouldn't get any of the resources. Build a supply depot there, and you will. It'll make them, let's be just like it's connected to your territory is what it seems like. All right, we're looking pretty good. Let's do another scan. All right. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Let's drop in some comm troops so we can capture some more territory. And I will show you guys one of the abilities that the humans get that I really dig. Now, I've played any other races, so for my knowledge, I assume the abilities are different for every race. I have seen the other races do some strange things. It seemed like a healing aura on one of them. That's what I think it was doing. So, you know, I don't know what the other races do exactly. But the humans definitely have some neat stuff. So we're gonna load you guys up. Can load up as many squads. Takes what, 50 resources, I think? Yeah, to call in air transport, they'll fly in. Now the game does have multiplayer, but again, I have not had the opportunity to test it out. I assume it's very similar to what you're seeing right here. Let's fly you guys in real quick. Move the ground troops up. Pretty sure we can win this. Let's call in an artillery blast here. We are rocking them. Rocking them, rocking them. Our air units should be here soon. All right. I think we'll have this one before my abilities recharge. Let's win the game. All you gotta do is take out the enemy base and you win the game. So, we're just about there. Look at that artillery rain down. Good stuff, good stuff. One of the abilities that the humans do get is the Nano Assembler. You can click it and click any structure that you're currently building and it will pretty much auto-finish it. This is great if you're really, really getting your ass kicked and you want to hold a point. I use it on turrets to get a turret up and operational like right away, especially if you have quite a few command points built up because it only costs one to do it. So you can drop a couple turrets down if you got the cash and then instant finish them right down the line. We're taking out the base. If we get enough command points, we'll do an artillery strike. Don't think we will. Keep rocking them. And that should secure the victory for us. Here we go. So we'll take a quick glance at the overmap, and you can see kind of how everything works out. It's not to the depth of something like Empire at War, and you don't have the fleet battles where you actually have control over the fleet, other than you give them in the order to attack, and you may or may not damage them. And I've never done damage to a fleet when I've attacked it, so I've missed every time. I think I've done it like 4 times. All right, we're still going through the enemy turn, so it might start another fight, but... Oh no, we have control? Oh, it's these guys, they're up. AI's fighting amongst themselves. Now, every time I've won a battle against an AI, their little health bar on their fleet has dropped down 1. You can see these guys were who I was fighting against in that planet to the north, and their fleet level, yep, they just exploded. Now, I don't know if that means they're out of the game or not. That's the first time I've seen that happen. They've started a fleet in construction, so they can rebuild their fleet, but it probably like makes them sit out for a turn or something. Now is my turn. So every turn you get a political card. I've got some neat things. I can do a Secret Guardian module. The player earns 1 reputation point with the Guardian. I can use that, so going into the next fight, I have an advantage with the Guardian if they're on the planet. Counter order, the player can move a fleet belonging to a target enemy faction. That's cool. I can move them away from a planet and then go in there and start taking stuff. Let's see. Doop-a-doo. And that means they're going to have to use action points to get back. Let's do Betrayal of the Raiders. That sounds like fun. Let's do that. We should have some more research points. You can go and research. Lexicon will tell you all about the other empires and then the sub-factions. Here's the Borg guys I was talking about, the Guardians. These guys are neat because the cubes will actually reform and regenerate, and they're animated, which looks pretty badass. But you get the idea of what the game is all about. I mean, that's all that I figured out so far. I can click the button to draw a political card and use some action points to do so. And then I can send out spies on missions to find out what the AI is up to. Which, yeah, it's kind of cool, but honestly, I could just keep running through and conquering each one of these planets. And being attacked on the same world over and over, specifically this world, I fought those maps so many times that it got grating really fast after the, 7th attack. I had 2 AIs on that planet fighting over it, so... But overall, it's a unique game. It's interesting. If you want to check it out, it'll be over on Steam. Right now, I think it's early access for like $26. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel for more gaming goodness. And as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.